Daylen, just kind of following up, you were listening to talking to Tate about just the range of emotions of playing Tennessee at night versus, again, no disrespect to UMass, but with that, how do you avoid a mental, physical letdown against a quote-unquote lesser opponent?
Well, just going into the game like any other, like we try to prepare for each game like it's biggest game or a championship game. So really just trying to focus on how we can get better and also how we can also execute the right way against the opponent.
Yeah, obviously Tennessee, the football team that can test you guys vertically as a defensive back, particularly as a corner. When the ball is in the air and you know you're being threatened, what is the key as a corner to remaining calm? You hear a lot of people say, well, you can't panic when the ball's in the air. What's the key to remaining calm when you know it's coming to you?
Really you just got to stay poised. You know, like, especially, that the ball, if you're behind the receiver or whatever, like, you have to stay poised. You can't really create contact too early or they'll call a flag or anything. It's really just looking at the right things and knowing when to time to make the play and to get the ball out.
I know. I think their longest pass completion was 17 yards Saturday night, and there were times we'd see you guys playing off. Can you kind of explain how much of that is real versus bait when we see where you guys are lined up at the line of scrimmage? How much disguising is actually going on back there, and what does it say for your secondary that the longest pass completion of the night was 17 yards?
Well, it's definitely a good thing, but we try to do a good job at disguising just so the quarterback doesn't know what coverage we're in, so he doesn't know where to attack. So we try to give him different looks just to try to confuse him.
Daylen, Coach Smart was talking about Daniel Harris and felt like he had really impressed lately in practice. What have you seen from Daniel in practice these last few weeks, and what do you think of the job he did against Tennessee?
I did a real good job against Tennessee, but I've been seeing him day by day in practice, just becoming a better player. Like he's getting better every day. Like you can see the development. So I'm real proud of him.
Yeah, I'm sure you've matched up with him in practice. What have you seen out of Nitro Treadwell, especially in recent weeks, to see him sort of make those steps to where he was able to contribute on Saturday?
Oh yeah, Nitro, he's a real good player. He really is a fun player to compete against. Just because he probably has one of the best releases. So that also helps me because I know what to look for and try to stay patient and like iron sharper than iron. Like he's getting me better, I'm getting him better. And, it's just fun to go against him. And I see him, he's getting better. Just like I said earlier, everybody's getting better.
Daylen Smile was one of the leading tacklers in that game against Tennessee. How big was getting him back on this defense? Just what he means to you guys on defense?
It was great to see him back. Just he's definitely one of our leaders on the defense. So him coming back kind of made a big impact. You saw that on the field. So it was real great to have him.
Yeah, you mentioned Nitro there. Just who are some of the other young guys that have in practice impressed you this season?
Like from receivers?
Yeah, receivers and offense in general.
Yeah, definitely Nitro, Sokovie White. He makes some good plays in practice. Like you can see he's getting better as well. Yeah, definitely them two. Those are the two I can think of right now.
You guys have actually obviously played a brutal schedule this year. I mean, if you just look at strength of schedule, how much have you kept up with, the college football rankings and, how do you feel about where you guys sit with 2 weeks left in the season?
Honestly, I try not to worry about it just because at the end of the day, we're just trying to focus on us getting better and how we can improve week by week. So I don't really think about the standings and stuff like that.
I think you guys have had a lot of teammates banged up, injured. I think you've started all 10 games maybe. Do you have any aches and pains, and what do you think of the possibility of 17-game season if you guys keep winning and have a chance to play that many games?
I mean, this deep into the season, everybody's gonna have aches and pains. So I mean, I can't really complain about that. I feel for the most part I feel fine, but playing a 17 game season, I mean, it's going to be a lot on the body, but you get to play more football, so I guess that's the fun part about it. So.
The endless senior class is a chance to make history, becoming the winningest class in the history of this school. What does this class mean to you? Is there one guy there that maybe from the jump took you under your wing or their wing and paved the way?
Well, the whole senior class, they all mean a lot to me. But, you know, one person that really sticks out would be Dan Jackson, just because we're in the same room. So he's been helping me since I've been here, just understanding the defense and, like, tips and stuff like that. So definitely him.
I know you said you don't pay attention to the playoffs, but was there that feeling that that was an elimination game? I mean, with where things sat, did y'all know that the backs were to the wall kind of as far as the playoffs went?
I mean, it was brought up maybe a few times, but we didn't really try to use that as a way to fire us up. We just like knew the type of game it was going to be, the type of team they are, and tried to execute the right way.
Daylen, what does Chaz bring to this defense? I think he's got 4.5 sacks or something over the last 3 or so games.
Chaz, man, Chaz is definitely one of the. He's definitely a leader of our defense. He's not really the most vocal guy, but like just seeing what he does, like even how he attacks like practice, like you'll see him like even after practice, he's out there maybe an extra hour just doing extra stuff. Like people see it, and you know, he's the type of person he makes other people want to do it. So like, he's definitely one of our bigger leaders on the team.
Kirby talks to us often about trying to keep the team off an emotional roller coaster. You know, kind of have a standard each week. He talks to us a lot about it, so I know he talks to y'all a lot about it. As kids your age, young men, how do y'all handle that? You know, you're dealing with school and life and, you know, a big home game and, you know, the tough road games. How do y'all handle this emotional roller coaster that Kirby is trying to, you know, keep on an even keel for you?
Really just trying to stay on the same pace, like not really overthinking the stuff, like just going in each week, just doing like we just gotta work, like try not to think of like the outside noise or anything. Like each week is the same for us, like we just gonna go in and attack it, and like. Yeah.
We have another for Daylen. All right, Daylen, thank you, sir.
Thanks,
for your
Daylen.
time.